This episode is brought to you by Circle. What is Circle? First of all, it's a beautiful shape. It's consistent, inclusive, but it's also a place to build USDC, a digital dollar that's actually dollar-backed one-to-one. At Circle, they're building a future where money will travel at the speed of the internet for fractions of a penny. It's the place where crypto meets stability, where local businesses meet global customers, and the US dollar meets USDC. Visit circle.com/Spotify.
This episode is brought to you by Vonage. Your business needs more than an 800 number. With Vonage Voice API, you can provide the call experience your customers expect and get the data your team needs. From call analytics and virtual assistants to automatic speech recognition and text-to-speech in multiple languages, your customer service team can help more people in more places. And with in-app voice, your customers can easily contact you the moment they have a question. Take your calls to the next level with Vonage Voice API. Learn more at Vonage.com.
This is Optimal Startup Daily, episode 891, How Your Productivity System Should Be Working, by Pullein of Pullein.com. And hi there, I'm Dan, and this is the place where I read to you every single day from great blogs on entrepreneurship. And today we are going to hear from Pullein about productivity. So let's get right to it as we optimize your life. How Your Productivity System Should Be Working, by Pullein of Pullein.com. I have a confession to make. Most of my big, important projects are not controlled through Todoist at all. Most of my book projects, online courses, and YouTube videos begin and end their life in Evernote. That is where ideas are born, developed, and built. All Todoist does is tell me what needs working on. Let me explain. My important project each year is the book I write. I love writing books, and my goal each year is to write and publish a book. The planning for that book takes place in Evernote. The outline, the notes, the links to reference sources, and the chapter ideas are all in Evernote. I will create a project in Todoist, but the only thing inside that project is one task: continue writing book. For most of the project's life, that is all there is in Todoist: continue writing book. Now, writing a book is a complex project involving many resources, to-dos, and other things, but the actual task of writing a book is writing. There is nothing else. The only way the book will ever get finished is if I write. So the only task that matters is continue writing book. Once the book is finished and the editing starts, Todoist will begin filling up with tasks. Tasks such as rewrite chapter 6 and find image for chapter 12 will go in Todoist. But for much of the project's life, very little is actually inside Todoist. Many people think productivity is having a lot of tasks inside their to-do list manager. Yet, if you have a very clear idea of what it is you want to complete or achieve, your to-do list manager is not going to be much help. Your to-do list manager is going to tell you what to do, but the biggest part of what you are doing is going to be kept inside your notes and reference materials. That is where the brainstorming happens. That is the dumping ground for materials and ideas. If you are working on an important presentation, your work on that presentation is going to be in Keynote or PowerPoint. Your to-do list manager is not going to be much help in the actual creation of your presentation. Your notes and reference materials are going to be somewhere else. However, one area where my to-do list manager really does work hard is with commitments and routines I have to take care of every day. When I am with a student and they ask me if I can point them in the direction of some learning material for received pronunciation, the standard British pronunciation, that task would get entered into Todoist. Then, when I get home at the end of the day and I process my inbox, I see that task and can do a quick search and send the material to my student. Todoist also tells me what routine tasks I need to complete for the day. Things like updating my teaching schedule and preparing for Saturday morning's business English class. Throughout the years I have been using a digital to-do list manager, there has been an evolution in the way I use it. When I first started, every task started in my to-do list manager. I thought that was the right way to do it. Over time, I realized that actually having all my notes, links, and other resources in my Notes app meant I was working from my Notes app more than my to-do list manager. Today, my to-do list manager only tells me what needs doing and what I have done. It acts as a kind of safety net to help me avoid forgetting something important. An area where my to-do list manager is invaluable is on very busy days when I have back-to-back classes and meetings. On those days, I need my to-do list manager to tell me what tasks need to be done and what tasks can be put off to another day. When these days happen, I find having all my tasks in one convenient list vital. I can see what I have left to do, and I can make sure the important tasks are done and reschedule less important tasks for another day. I would feel lost not knowing what had to be done if I did not have this list in front of me. Again, though, it is only acting as a safety net. No matter what work you are doing, the really important projects should not need much inside your to-do list manager. If the project is important enough, you're going to know what needs doing next. I am in the middle of editing my current book. I really do not need my to-do list manager to tell me to edit the book. All I need is a place to sit down with my computer and my notes. Likewise, the Time and Life Mastery Workbook is another big project. My to-do list manager does not need to tell me to continue designing that book. I know what needs doing the moment I open InDesign. My to-do list manager is not going to be much help in getting them completed. The things my to-do list manager needs to tell me are those little, easily forgettable things like arranging to take the car in for a service or schedule a meeting with my staff to do the annual staff appraisal. When you get that and your to-do list manager and notes working together in harmony, the flow of your work becomes rhythmic and your system will work seamlessly. Commitments and little tasks do not get forgotten, and the really important things you are working on take priority over everything else. Your system just works, your productivity goes through the roof, and you start to achieve incredible things. You just listened to the post titled How Your Productivity System Should Be Working by Carl Pullein of carlpullein.com. The thing about running your own business is every single hire counts. But finding great talent doesn't have to be a second job. You can reclaim your time and find top talent fast with Indeed. Indeed is the hiring platform helping over 3 million businesses worldwide to do it all. Don't spend hours on multiple job sites looking for candidates. Over 80% of Indeed employers find quality candidates the moment they sponsor a job. I especially love Indeed's Instant Match feature because candidates you invite to apply through Instant Match are 3 times more likely to apply to your job than candidates who only see it in search, according to US Indeed data. Indeed knows when you're growing your own business, you have to make every dollar count. That's why with Indeed, you only pay for quality applications that match your must-have job requirements. Visit Indeed.com/startup to start hiring now. Just go to Indeed.com/startup. Indeed.com/startup. Terms and conditions apply. Cost per application pricing not available for everyone. Need to hire? You need Indeed. If your business earns millions or tens of millions in revenue, stop what you're doing and take a listen, because NetSuite by Oracle has just rolled out the best offer we've ever seen. For the first time in NetSuite's 22 years as the #1 cloud financial system, you can defer payments of a full NetSuite implementation for 6 months. That's no payment and no interest for 6 months. 33,000 companies have already upgraded to NetSuite, and it's #1 because they give your business everything you need in real time, all in one place. And the confidence that comes with having all of your information in one place really helps to streamline decisions, saving you time, money, and energy, all thanks to NetSuite's amazing offer. If you've been sizing up NetSuite to make the switch, then you know this deal is unprecedented. No interest, no payments. Take advantage of this special financing offer at netsuite.com/startup. netsuite.com/startup to get the visibility and control you need to weather any storm. netsuite.com/startup. And thank you so much to Carl for letting us share his work here on Optimal Startup Daily. Carl is a renowned productivity and time management coach who has helped thousands of people around the world get better at managing their time and become more productive using technology they already carry around with them every day. You can check out his podcast, which is called the Working With Podcast. He's also written 3 books on productivity and time management, and he's got a couple of courses available as well. They're called Time and Life Mastery and Your Digital Life. His purpose is to help people learn how to manage their time so they can enjoy their lives and build a life they are truly proud of. You can find his content on Optimal Living Daily as well, so please check out that show for more, and be sure to come by carlpullein.com to show some support. You can see more about Carl, plus get access to the podcast I mentioned, his coaching, courses, webinars, books, downloads, pretty much anything you can think of. Carl has it on his site. Again, that's carlpullein.com, Pullein. Okay, that's going to do it for this episode. I thank you so much for listening today and every day, and I'll be back again with you tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.